Computerized Start is brought to you by my awesome patrons on Patreon, and by your tips and memberships on Ko-fi. These and other channel supporters make my live streams possible. You too can become a channel supporter with tiers starting at just $1. And as always, thank you for all your support, including sharing, chatting, liking, and subscribing. Now roll that famous logo animation! Good evening and welcome back to Computerized Start Live! I'm your host, Justin D. Morgan, and I just got done dragging downstairs everything I cared to drag downstairs for tonight. Whew! The Wheel of Regrets purchases have piled up in the past 2 weeks. Also, it is like the temperature is borderline whether or not I need the Macintosh appropriate hoodie or not. Although it's like 54 degrees, so I'm sure as soon as I start sitting down here with no heat, I will probably cool down quickly, I hope. And there's 2 Wheel of Regrets items that we're opening later because I carried enough downstairs tonight. Let's see who cared to show up in the chat. We have Jeremy's Vintage Hillbilly Shack. Hi, Jeremy. Yes. Jeremy is first. Primero. Numero uno. One. We have Gut Bomb. Hi, Jason. Gut Bomb says, shame about the 2SI, though. Yeah, they are kind of crummy. Callan says, sometimes it's better to be second. Hi, Callan. Callan says, I'd be happy if I could just keep a 2SI power supply working. Had a perfect one recapped, and it died under load. Yeah, they were not that great. Yeah, Gut Bomb says, just in time indeed. Yeah, I knew I was going to be running late. We have 1-bit fever dreams. Hi, Michael. And we have 0.5. Hi, 0.5. All right, let's see here. We got the VCF East goal. VCF East is less than a month away, and the goalometer is at 50%. So the link is in the video description. But as always, I'm glad you're here to hang out. That is always priority number 1, to hang out and be cool. We have Jesse. Hi, 8386SX. Yes, I am glad Gut Bomb is here because I needed someone to ask the very important questions. But before we get to Wheel of Regrets, I do want to open this package here. Assuming I can get it to a point where I can open it. Alright, so this package here did not come from eBay. This package here is, wow, it is tall. It is very tall. All right. This package here, oh boy, this package here is littered with labels. All right, I think that's blacked out and probably so close you won't be able to see it. All right, we are going to have to hope there. We will get this unboxed as quickly as we can so I can get, yeah, that's blacked out. Oh yeah. That label doesn't have enough on it anyways, I don't think. All right, so this box comes from Raven Wolf Retrotech, another YouTuber who is located on the West Coast. For some reason, I thought he was up in the Northeast. I apologize to you, Mike, for getting you mixed up with Northeasterners. I don't know why. Gut Bomb says, if that's 6 VIC-20s. Well, I mean, so there was a little, so Mike's web shop had a little issue. Jesse says, what if it's 7 VIC-20s? Where, so I placed 2 orders with Mike, actually. And the first one was while he was on vacation. His web store was in vacation mode. So I placed the order. It said it wasn't going to ship until after February 10th or something like that. But it didn't give like a really specific date. But sometime after February 10th or 11th, I decided that I wanted to order one more item from him, so I placed a second order. And then I kind of waited and waited and waited. And I didn't ever see anything ship, so I finally reached out to him using his contact form on his website. And I got a fairly quick response back apologizing because apparently he'd had some trouble with his shop not sending him notifications. He was actually surprised that he got the contact form on his website because he thought he would have had the same problem in his shop. But, well, anyways, he threw in an extra in here, so we'll see what the extra is. Micro hobbyist. Hi, micro hobbyist says a golden goose. Well, we'll see. Gupum says 7 is fine. Yes. All right. Let me see here. Mike writes, I am so sorry for the shipping delay. I threw in some goodies to make it up to you. The joysticks are not cleaned or tested, but they make good packing materials. I also added a backup email to shipping notifications to help prevent this in the future. Thank you, Mike. All right. So we are good. Raven Wolf Retro Tech. I'm glad you've taken steps to hopefully prevent that from happening in the future. But we are good. I got the items, so without further ado, there's one other thing. I just knocked over the Wheel of Regrets purchase. Okay. All right. I'll have to pick them up. All right. So, let's see here. Oh, also, I believe the items from Mike's web store come from the Stone collection. If you've watched any of his videos. So, all right. Now that I have the first of the boxes within, all right, I am going to, also, I did recently buy a, well, it wasn't a brand new pocket knife. So, I don't have to look for my scalpel to open boxes. I can use my pocket knife. Although it's, in true fashion, it's dull, and I've got someone lined up to help me sharpen it. Because I don't have the proper tools to properly sharpen it. Because it's not a cheapo knife. Anyways, the first item we have an NES Zapper. Woohoo! Now I can play Duck Hunt. Or probably more accurately, now I can get laughed at by that darn dog. All right. Hopefully it works. Not going to test that tonight. I'd have to drag out the NES and find Duck Hunt. All right. Next we have Music Composer for the C64. Probably not going to test that tonight, but if this works, I will probably have this at VCF East because I planned on taking a C64. The theme of the show is music, so there we go. Kind of neat that they actually put that on cartridge. And, I believe this is one of the bonus items. The Rubicon Alliance from Datasoft for the Commodore 64 and 128. Don't know if this works, but we'll check this out at some point. Cool. All right. And all right, let's see here. I think, let's see, what else was in my original order? Okay. So that was half of the original order. Mega says, I wonder if any ESFM stuff will be there. Maybe. Maybe, just maybe. Although I don't know if it'll be there as ESFM specific, though. But I plan on taking my first PC rebuild, and it does have an ESS audio card in it. All right, and there we go. We have a super graphics for the Commodore. This might actually be for the VIC-20. No. What does this go to? It goes to something Commodore. I will have to figure that out later. I'm struggling to remember what this goes to. All right. Well, I'll figure it out later. Oh, hi, Sorcerer Stan. Welcome. It's going well. We are in. I'm opening things I bought from a fellow YouTuber, and then we'll get to Wheel of Regrets. Gutbum says, I think that's for the Vic, a high-res cart thing. Yes. All right. I picked up a computer cable, so there's a nice DIN cable for plugging in Commodore drives. And oh, here we go. Oh, I thought Mike said. I thought it said joystick. Oh, hold on. Oh, well, actually, it does say joysticks. Oh, cool. So Mike threw in a 5 1/4 inch disc box. Awesome. Oh, wow, that's in really good shape, too. Neato. All right. Yeah, I definitely will be able to use that. All right, let me set that somewhere sort of safe, and I'm hopefully won't knock it over. All right. And oh, here we go. Oh, there we go. There's the joysticks he alluded to. All right. All right, at some point I'm going to have enough joysticks saved up that I will. Capcom says, actually, I think the super graphics is for the pet. Oh. Did I accidentally buy a, Oh, man. I think it is for the pet. oh, Gutbomb says they had versions for the pet and the VIC-20 and... All right. Well, I'll have to figure out which that is, because I thought it was VIC-20, but for some reason, though, it does say on mode, it says 1525 emulate, super graphics, pet ASCII, and transparent. I'm actually not sure. But we have a couple joysticks that will probably need a bit of attention, especially because that rubber band has basically fused to it. Cool. All right. I'll put these in the repair pile. And last but not least, hold on. There we go. Order number 2. All right, I believe, if I remember, this is tested. I think Mike tested this. And he believes it works. But he wasn't totally sure because the software disk included would not load on his C64. However, he believes, and I agreed enough to, so we got the DIN cable, and we got the power cable. He believes the disc that came with this is actually VIC-20 software, because this is the VIC-1541 floppy drive. Oh, wow. And this is in, like, really good shape, too. This is, like... Oh, wow. This is, like... I don't know if the camera is really conveying how clean this is, but this is, like, really clean. I mean, this label here is faded, but this thing's, like, spectacular condition. But yes, this is the VIC-1541. Gutbum says those were not common back in the day either because they were so expensive. Almost everything was on tape back then. Yes. So I have the VIC branded floppy drive to go with my collection of VIC-20s. And it looks like it is in fabulous shape. So, and the only thing is, Mike couldn't get the software load on his Commodore 64, but I'm pretty sure this is VIC-20 software. Yeah, Capcom says the Commodore floppy drives really caught on with the C64. So I took the chance to grab a VIC branded floppy drive because it was in really good shape. And Mike had reduced the price on it. I don't remember what I paid for it, but Mike had reduced the price on it. And I'm pretty sure it works because he tested it, and it's got the ALPS mechanism. So anyways, because I've got plenty of stuff to look at tonight, we're not going to test this. That would require me to pull out a VIC-20. Oh, hi, Tim. Welcome. We got Vborg in the chat. All right. So anyways, we'll put this floppy drive back in the box so I can set it to the side. I have apparently put it in the box backwards somehow. All right, well, I'm not going to put it all the way in the box. Also, if anyone's wondering if I can fit it in frame, this box even has the Toys R Us sales sticker on it. So this was sold on February 25th in 1980, maybe? No, that can't be 1980. I can't tell what year it is from the sticker. Anyways, all right, we will set this off to the side so that we can make room for dot.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for our favorite segment, Wheel of Regrets. Here's your host, Justin D. Morgan.
Hey, who comes up with these titles anyway?
All right, I had to pick the Wheel of Regret stuff up off the floor because I knocked it over. All right, these are in no particular order. So this first item comes to us from an eBay seller in Montana. So hi to all my eBay sellers and viewers in Montana. Well, that's probably not a surprise now. We have a CPU cooler. In fact, I picked this up because if you remember one of my single board computers that had one of these coolers on it, exactly like this, and it fell apart when I tried to clean it. Well, I took the opportunity to maybe replace the one with something that was the same. Anyways, yep, all right. I undoubtedly paid too much for this. Oh, wow. It includes a tube of vintage heatsink compound. Keyboard says, I regret buying a Sun VT1000 server. It looks cool. All right, well, so I have a cooling fan for one of my single board computers, complete with vintage thermal compound. Which means if I use it, I will have unlocked the new opportunity for destructive criticism in the comments. It's too old. I might use it. All right, the next item we have comes to us from an eBay seller in California, which is going to be a redundant theme. So, hi to all my eBay sellers and viewers in California. Oh, I should probably zoom in. I remember what this is now. Dveborg says, you use too much. You use too little. That's the wrong brand. Yeah. So we have Final Fantasy VII Greatest Hits PlayStation. We have Disc 1. We have Disc 2. And we have Disc 3. All right. Mega says, what? Yeah. All right. So now, when I recap my... Oh, hi, Sadback356. Welcome. So when I recap my PlayStation 1, I can test it. All right. Moving along here. We have another item from an eBay seller in California. This came by the... some new eBay shipping method that's for small, flat items. And it is cork feet for an IBM PC. Capom says, that's a VIC-20 mini. All right, we have cork feet for an IBM PC. All right, that comes to us from California. All right, moving along. All right, I guess let's... Nope. I'm going to... Hold on. Hold, please. All right, well, we're going to have to go with this box because otherwise I'm going to have an avalanche. All right, so this box here comes to us from an eBay seller from Indiana. So hi to all my viewers and eBay sellers in Indiana. Yep, says, I just ordered some Mac floppy drive gears on eBay, and they are coming with that same new flat shipping method. Ooh. I hope the post office doesn't run them through automation machines or they're going to be flat gears. One bit says it's a Mister with only a VIC-20 core. Hey, I might actually like something like that. Oh, wait. It would be a Mister with only a Trident core. Never mind. Oh! Okay, I tricked myself. And now I have to apologize to Mac Effects because I got their box mixed in with the potential eBay regrets. Well, I might as well admit to what I bought from Mac Effects. This did not come from eBay. I accidentally got their box mixed in with the Wheel of Regrets materials. Jesse says, I hope USPS doesn't run it through the Des Moines, Iowa location. They're a black hole for my stuff. Gutbomb says 6,100 feet. Yes, I got some 6,100 feet from Mac Effects. The second order from them is upstairs. I got floppy gears from Mac Effects. Because they got them back in stock, and, well, I got, random envelope from Mac Effects. I'll have to take a look. Let's see here. Oh, yep. Here we go. I got, these potentially random items from Mac Effects that might or might not have something to do with a particular Kickstarter that they're doing. Gutbomb says, lol, I know what the thing upstairs is now, or at least I think I do. No, Gutbomb, you don't know what the thing upstairs is. The thing upstairs is the box of 6 image writer ribbons. We have some Apple II Plus case badges, because they have these on sale for $9. So I can't resist throwing one in on each order, because Gutbomb says, oh, that's less exciting. But don't forget, Gutbomb, there's a Kickstarter going on right now that people might want to go check out from Mac Effects. And that I haven't received yet. That's the exciting one, Gutbomb. Talon says, I made sure to kick in on the Kickstarter. Yes. Jeremy says 6 image writers. No, 6 image writer ribbons, Jeremy. The ribbons. I only have 1 image writer, too. And I have 1 image writer. I'm not Steve. Well, technically I have a second image writer, but it's in parts. And that was due to improper packaging on the part of the seller. All right. Gutbomb says, oh, that package is in the Royal upstairs for now. Yes. Hi, Rudy. Welcome. Rudy says, kickstart for the new Mac Clear case. Yes, indeed. And last but not least from Mac Effects. You might see this in a later Macintosh stream. But I picked up one of the new Performer PLCL SE clones. Woo! Look at that beautiful clone. Oh, I wasn't expecting it to have the oscillator on it. That's nice. Huh, cool. Anyways, there we go. Yes, it's for the Mac SE. I have a Mac SE. This will make my Mac SE a little bit peppier. Oh, now Rudy is... I don't know how in the world Rudy managed to potentially guess what one of the boxes I didn't bring downstairs is. How do you do that, Rudy? I didn't tell anyone that I bought that. And here we go. Rudy's guessing. Clone computer question mark. I didn't tell anyone, not even Retrotech Chris. How did you know, Rudy? I'm going to have to, now you're going to make me feel bad. I'm going to have to bring it downstairs. Rudy says accelerator card. Oh, Rudy just tricked me into revealing something. Gutbomb says, well, you got to go get the box. All right, well, I'll go get the box after I get through the ones I already have. Because if I don't open these ones that are beside me now, we're going to have a avalanche of boxes. All right. So, this next item, Jesse says, well, Jesse says, lucky guess. Jeremy says, if someone guesses correctly, you don't have to admit it. Darn it! I'm too nice of a guy. All right. This next item comes to us from an eBay seller in Michigan. So, hi to all my viewers and eBay sellers in Michigan. I have I've been looking for these. I did not want to pay more than what I thought they should go for, which is about like $5 a sim is what I think they should go for. So I've been very patiently waiting for an eBay seller to list these at a more than fair price, because these usually go for about $10 a sim. So I have here 16 4 megabyte 30 pin parity sims. Rudy says, I don't have a crystal ball, but I have a crystal for the Apple II. Oh, hi, Francois. Welcome. Yes, I have 4 megabyte sticks. Yes. Oh, no, I think this is a box for something else. I hope they pack this in this just to keep them safe, because these would be the world's largest 256K sims. I am actually going to test these just to make sure, but I'll wait till the end of Wheel of Regrets just to make sure these are 4 megabyte. But anyways, so I'd been watching this auction. They listed them at $20 for a set of 4, which right there was my purchase threshold. But I bought a bunch of other stuff, so I didn't buy them now immediately. But then they sent me an offer for like $17.31 for a set of 4. So I bought it. And then I thought about it for a moment, and I was like, I wonder if I made them that same offer for another 3 sets, if they would accept the offer. And they did. Oh, Francois says, I'll test my pillow. Good night. Good night, Francois. Jesse says, I could actually use 30 pin sims for something I found at one of the basements at work. Yes, they have one more set of these. We'll test these, though. Anyways, 4 megabyte 30 pin sims is like one of my frustrations that they're not more readily available. And they normally go for about $10 a piece in a set of 4. So, yeah, Gutbum says 4 megabyte sims are great. So now I can actually leave some of those in a few projects and not have to like keep removing them every time. So we'll test those at the end. In fact, we might actually test them in this item, because I'm curious to know if I troubleshot this correctly from the eBay description. But anyways, this next item we have comes to us from an eBay seller in New York. So hi to all my eBay sellers and viewers in New York State. Oh boy. Okay, I am definitely... Yes, I should probably find another knife. This pocket knife is like way duller than I thought it was. I think there's nothing more dangerous than a dull knife. Yes, I know that probably seems like an oxymoron, but I'm actually convinced that a dull knife is sharper than a sharp knife, because that could be wrong. I'm sure a sharp knife probably is more dangerous, actually, but a dull knife is more likely to slip when cutting things than a sharp knife. So I should probably actually find another knife. And one of my coworkers has whetstones, so he's going to sharpen this knife for me this weekend, because I don't have whetstones. I will deal with getting those later. Yes, Sad Max says a dull knife also takes more pressure to cut. Yes. which then even makes it worse when you do manage to slip, because now you are pressing really hard and it slips. But we have a 486 motherboard. Shame on me for buying this during Macintosh. This was, according to the eBay seller, a customer trade-in, unable to test. Well, Mega says 486 motherboard. Look, or the eye emoji, the eyeball emojis. Yes. I'll give everyone a moment to try to figure out what is wrong with this board. I will even zoom in for dramatic effect. Oh, wait a minute. No. All right, we will continue the zooming in for dramatic effect. I will zoom out manually a little bit to for dramatic effect. We will then go back to that for dramatic effect. Yeah, eBay seller unable to test sold as is. Yeah, I wonder why you were unable to test that. Let's see if anyone in the chat realized what the... Jeremy's like, the problem first off is that SX CPU. Mega got it though. Oh, hey, no crystal. Yeah. Jeremy then follows, and no oscillator. And Rudy says, and no memory. Well, no, it actually has half the memory required. Still, yeah, it should, I mean, it's the same as no memory. Yeah, might as well have no memory, because this Mega says the zip tie didn't do its job. Yeah. Honestly, okay, I don't want to criticize eBay sellers too much, but this is not the first time I've bought from this seller, and they always seemingly say they're customer trade-in boards, and I don't know. I question why you're taking customer trade-ins that are missing important parts, but I digress. Actually, I think I have the proper oscillator for this board, so I'm actually going to use this board to test that RAM, just as soon as I can figure out where I put the oscillators. Mega says, watch it have an actual fault, though. Yeah, I know. Let me see if I can remember what the last board I bought from this eBay seller was. Oh, yeah, I think it was some 386 board that I never got to post. Yeah, it probably, yeah, there's actually a chance it does have an actual fault. All right, I'm actually glad Rudy's here, because Rudy might be interested to know that I finally did something. Still have to order a few more parts. Anyways, this next item comes to us from an eBay seller in China. So, hi to all my eBay sellers in China. I'm actually not aware that I have any viewers in China. The metrics don't prove that out. But I guess if I do, hi to my eBay viewers in China as well. Maybe a special hello, because you are definitely in the minority of geographic regions where I get viewers. It also does remind me to actually point out that I did get an email recently from eBay letting me know that they were going to start to automatically transcribe my videos. So if you are here watching my video in an auto-transcribed language other than English, well, there may be mistakes and I would have no way of knowing. So, caveat emptor, just like eBay's policy. Rudy says Chinese noodles. Jeremy's like, China. What's his name? Big Clav always says Chinesium. So I bought the finest of Chinesium parts here. Anyways, so I have ZIF sockets for days. So I have 40-pin ZIF sockets, which I don't think are actually going to fit. Capcom says, I know what these are for, yes. I have 16-pin sockets, and I have 24-pin sockets. 20. Wait a minute. 16, 24, and 40. Yeah, I think that's what I ordered. Now I'm actually going to go double check that I got what I ordered, because I don't actually remember which sockets I bought. Despite the fact that I think I was on a live stream when I actually determined which ones I needed. Alright, let me double check. I was thinking I ordered 4 sizes, but maybe just the 3. Oh, no, it was just the 3. Okay, I got everything I ordered. Rudy says, VIC-20 Zift. Yes. So, there's the 24-pin sockets for the ROMs. And here's the 16-pin sockets for the memory chips. And I don't think these are going to fit all the places where I need to put a 40-pin socket. So I'm also going to order some lower profile ZIF sockets from Mouser, but they're like $20 a piece, which is why I haven't placed the order with Mouser yet. Basically, instead of having this arm and being a bit longer, it uses a screw to close it. So I think those will actually fit in one of the spots where it needs a ZIF socket or 2. But anyways, so this is one step closer to me building a ZIF 20 so that I can test the special chips from a VIC-20. And I will do a ZIF 64 as well at some point. Jeremy says, I was about to say that date is from the future on the 40-pin ZIFs. I don't think that's a date, Jeremy. I think that's a, I don't see any dates on these. I think those are like, yeah, Jeremy says 310608. I think that's like a container number. Because if you notice, these were at C310605, C310608, C310702. I'm kind of wondering if that's an inventory location, not a date. Because believe me, I ordered these very much in the past. Rudy says 08 is 2008. Oh, well, now that is entirely possible that those were made in 2008. That is entirely possible. Those could be old stock. Oh, yeah, Jeremy. Sorry, Jeremy. Sometimes I am immune to attempts to make jokes. Sorry. I take things too literally sometimes. All right, moving along. This next item comes to us from California. All right. Francois went to bed. Darn it. All right, so we have some items from California. I partially bought this because it had been so long since I had made sure that the channel had the right balance of certain things to certain other things. So therefore, I felt bad and bought a few expansion cards from this eBay seller. Although in reality, it's because they listed a whole bunch of stuff at actually reasonable prices, and I picked a few things up. Oh, and eBay showing me the plus shipping prices. Anyways, what did I pick up here? All right. Jesse says Christmas is in March. Yeah, it's Christmas at that. Gutbomb says, please be a Trident card. Well, we will see, Gutbomb. We will see. Starting off, we have well, I can cut the tape. Chinese New Year, yeah. We have a Turtle Beach S3 Sonic Vibes based sound card. Ooh, look at that. It even has an SRAM chip on it. How special. Wow. Look at this sound card. I'm sure this will sound so awesome. Gutbomb says S3 sound card. Puke. Yeah, Gutbomb saw right through that. All right. I can't let the other YouTubers I can't let the other YouTubers have all the monopoly on cheap expansion cards. All right. And the next item for our viewing pleasure might be a slightly more serious one. Why is this so heavy? Wait a minute. Have I already forgotten what I bought from this eBay seller? Apparently so. Because... Hold, please. Huh. I think they, we have, two. Yes, what caught me by surprise is I think there's an extra item in here that I didn't order. All right, the second item that I bought is this Diamond Stealth 64 with the ARC 2000 graphics chip. Jesse says, I was about to complain about the quiet sound, only to realize the sound was not going through my docking station. Yes, a Diamond Stealth 64. I actually bought this. They actually, I think the price of this was like $7 or something crazy like that. I don't know. Yeah, that S3 sound card was like $6 or $7. All right, the item that caught me off guard because I didn't remember buying it from them is this S3 video card. So Capcom says, "Oh, Virgo, yes." Okay, yeah, I don't remember buying that. So, bonus item. Yeah, Capcom says, "Oh, Verge, yes." Jesse says it's not a Trident. Hold on. Before you all bring out your Trident spears, did you all really think I would buy a whole bunch of stuff from an eBay seller that listed a sound card and a whole bunch of video cards and not add this card to the cart first? As they say, last but not least. Oh, wait a minute. As they don't say, last but least. There you go. You can put your tridents down. You don't need to come spear me with them. You should have known there was a trident in the box all along. That's why I was thrown for a loop. Because that was supposed to be the third card in the box. Jesse says you're unexcommunicated. Gutbomb says, I bet you have enough trident cards to build a little fort now. Sorcerer Stan says it's not a Justin stream without a trident. Well, Gutbomb, enough trident cards to build a small fort, yes. Enough working trident cards to build a small fort? No. I have to say, Trident cards seem to have a higher failure rate than other video cards. Okay, we are almost done with the Wheel of Regrets packages that I actually bothered to bring downstairs before I go get the one that I spilled the beans on by accident. All right, this next one also comes to us from California. Honestly, for some reason, I think eBay likes to show me things from California. Okay, this one's got a label on it that I'm having trouble getting off. It's got my address on it, clear as day. So I'm going to go ahead and open this so I can flip the label away from the camera. There we go. I don't remember what this is. All right, we have. Oh, yes. Jeremy says, or Trident in your car door. Yes. Gutbomb says Trident. More like tried int. Yes. All right. You know, I think this might have been the appropriate next one to open because there you go. I'll let you all try to figure out what that is based on the. Rudy says another one. Yes. Yes, I apparently picked up 2 Trident cards for the price of 2. Because I saw this one and I felt pity for it. Because it has not 1 daughter card, but 2. Have you ever seen so many daughter cards on a Trident card? I mean, look at this thing. I think I remember selling these at the computer store. Yes, it has TV out. That's one of the daughter cards. One of the daughter cards is the TV out card. The other daughter card is for the RAM upgrade. Mega says the chunker. Yeah. Jeremy says, if anyone is wondering why we can't find any good deals on VGA cards on eBay, I would blame Justin. Lol. I don't think my YouTube channel's big enough to sway the VGA card market that much. Yes, I bought 2 Trident cards apparently. All right, and then last but not least, before I go up and get the box that I spilled the beans on. All right, this actually, interestingly enough, comes to us from Indiana. So this is actually an eBay purchase from Indiana. So now I can say hi to all my eBay sellers and viewers in Indiana. This is not a Mac Effects box that I accidentally brought downstairs. Gutbump says, oh, it's a PCI Trident. The mark of quality right there. Jesse's accusing me of hoarding Sing ET4000 cards, and the answer is no, Jesse. I have only 1, and it doesn't work. And that's not made me want to buy any more of them, because I think the Sing ET4000s are slightly overrated. Anyways, I bought, because I needed cables, I bought this lot of cables because it had a bunch of audio cables in it. Therefore, I now have audio cables for projects. And it had this power switch here, which I think is it's a latching power switch for DC. Interesting. That could come in handy for something. And some front panel things from some Dells. But, well, there's ribbon cables. Those might come in handy. And we have IDE cables that were probably swiped from... Well, actually, I don't know if those are swiped from Dells. Those don't look like Dell cables. Anyways, yeah, I bought this box of cables for the audio cables. The eBay seller didn't want much. I bought it for the audio cables. A couple of IDE cables were a nice touch. I didn't really need the front panel doodads, but, well, those could actually come in handy for... No, it's a proprietary connector. Probably absolutely nothing. Well, I guess I could salvage the LEDs from them. Oh yeah, that's right. There were a few floppy cables in here, too. There we go. Yeah, there were a few floppy cables that had the 5 1/4 inch connectors on them. Like 1 or 2. Couple IDE cables. Anyways, yeah. The box of cards. Alright, I guess, Alright, let's, before I go upstairs and grab the box that I spilled the beans on, let me see if I can find the 66 megahertz oscillators, and we'll try to test this 486 board. Because the one thing I can tell you is that I definitely bought some. Because eBay's telling me that I bought some. Now, the question is where I put them, and I think they got put into this box for some reason, so... well, there's a i.a.a. 387SX. .30-pin Sims. It had my address on it. Yes, this is one of my catch-all boxes. I thought I saw the oscillators in here the other day. No, I bet the oscillators are not in here. Alright. Hold, please. I think I know. There's like one other place where the oscillators are if they're not in that box. Or I did buy them and I didn't see them. Oh, wait a minute. There they are. Oh. Well, this could be a slight problem. They had to run in with the floor. That's super embarrassing. All right. Well, I will just have to use needle nose pliers to flatten them. All right. So we have a 486 motherboard here from the eBay regrets pile. First, I'm going to check it for shorts. One bit says, I just want to play Katamari Damacy with the contents of that box. Ah, yes. Oh, you know, that would be a good PlayStation game. I should have thought about that one. Okay, let's check this board for shorts. Because it would not surprise me if there's a short on the... Oh, that's actually nice. This board is silk screened with the voltage rails. Plus 5 volts, plus 5, plus 5, minus 5. Ground, minus 12, plus 12, plus 5, power good. That's actually pretty cool. All right. So we will put multimeter on the grounds. All right, minus 5 volts is not shorted. Plus 5 volts is not shorted. All right, that's a ground. Minus 12 is not shorted. Plus 12 is not shorted. Plus 5 is not shorted. And power good is not shorted. All right, this board does not have any shorts. Jesse says, I technically have 4 if you count the 2 machines with onboard ET4000 graphics. Yeah, I have machines with onboard Trident graphics. Like this one right here. It now has Trident graphics. I guess that would technically be inboard Trident graphics now. See what... All right, well, I just dropped one of my oscillators on the floor. So, all right, let me try to straighten out the pins on this oscillator. This poor oscillator that I think is the one I bought on eBay. And then it had an unfortunate run-in with the floor. Meaning I think I dropped it on the floor, didn't realize I dropped it on the floor, and then I accidentally stepped on it. All right, let me see here. So, all right, so this oscillator has 3 rounded corners and a square one, and the silkscreen has 3 square corners and a rounded one. So I presume that pin 1 is going to be the pin that doesn't match the silkscreen. All right, there we go. We have a 66.6 repeating megahertz oscillator installed. All right, we have an inappropriate amount of RAM coming out of the board. These are probably 256K sims, if I had to venture a guess. Oh, wait a minute. No, these TMS 40... Oh, wait a minute. No, I think these are actually 4 megabyte sims. Because the memory chips say TMS 444000. Oh, cool. I'll hold on to these in case I need some. I think these are low profile 4 megabyte sims. So actually, we can test that. But first, to maximize our chance of success, I'm going to put 4 matching sims in. Also, fun fact on this board. Bank 0 has the higher numbered sim slots. I mean, really, could they have... Oh, that's cool. It's more memory from IBM. That's neat. Is this like IBM's budget brand RAM brand? Budget RAM brand? But they are marked 4 megabytes on the back, so... Gutbum says, I use low-profile 4 megabyte sims in my SC30 because the case is kind of cramped. All right, well, first we're going to use 4 matching 4 megabyte sims. And a Trident video card. Trident for the win. Because I think I've figured out that the Trident cards are always winners, even when they lose. Wait, that made no sense. All right, let me get the power supply that well, I unintentionally built a box for it between me and the power supply. those of you that might have just joined and wondering what in the world we're doing with a PC on a Macintosh stream, we are still in Wheel of Regrets. All right, now that I have given that important disclaimer, no, all right. All right, we have plugged in the power. I have turned on the power switch. I am going to bend down and I'm going to turn on the power in 3, 2, 1. All right. And we have power. And we have we have sadness.
Lady.
Oops, forgot to disarm that video. Yeah, well, let me see if I have an actual. All right, let me grab a video card that I actually know works. Because that video card. Actually, why don't I just grab the postcard and we'll see what the postcard does. All right, let me plug the speaker cable in. I believe the speaker cable has to be those pins there, which means this will reach here. All right, and FF. Well, that's fantastic. It only beeped once. All right, let's make sure things are plugged in. Oh. Oh, wait a minute. The mono color jumper was set wrong. That could be a problem. Oh, wait a minute. One sim might not be seated all the way. Try that. All right, let's plug the Trident video card back in. Now that the color mono jumper is set right. Hey, Thomas, welcome. That's okay. Okay, let me go grab a known working video card. Which I have. Oh, I don't know where it is. All right, hold please. Video card. All right. Oh, here we go. I think that one works. All right, it's a Trident. It does have a check mark on it, so theoretically I've tested it. Um, Hey, would you look at that? We have 16 megs of memory. It's a DTK 486 computer. Yay. Okay. Hi, Retro Techer Die. Welcome. We're in Wheel of Regrets still. And I think this Trident card I bought from eBay is defective. Cue the chat all saying, say it's not so. Okay. That's the Trident card from eBay. It's now working. Okay. I have a working 486 board, apparently. Cool. Well, at least working to post. All right, so let me do something here. So I'm going to take 2 of these 4 megabyte sims out, which you can't see because I got to change the table cam. I'm going to put the 2 low profile ones in their place, the 2 that were with this board, because 486s do require a 32-bit memory path. So let's see if by chance the board posts, which would confirm those are 4 megabyte sims. It did nothing. Okay, it is also entirely possible that the sims that were on the board are completely dead because, as we've demonstrated, this eBay seller obviously did not test the board. They did not say that they tested it, but they obviously did not test it. And sure enough, I think these 2 sims might actually be, yeah, either bad or incompatible. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Well, I'll set them to the side. Maybe we'll find something that only needs 16 bits of RAM. But anyways, this motherboard works, and that's all I really wanted to know. So apparently, the faults with it were exactly as I surmised by looking at the eBay auction listing. The RAM was the wrong number of modules for the type of board, and there's no oscillator. But now we have an oscillator. Good night, Rudy. Thanks for joining us. And we'll don't forget, Rudy's doing a birthday stream on the 15th, I believe it is, if I remember what the chat was talking about a moment or 2 ago. You might go check that out on his channel. On the 15th, which is Saturday, I believe. All right, so I don't know why I bought this 486 board, but it apparently posts. So Jeremy says March 15th, the Ides of March. Of course, that also might be why I've got March 15th on my mind. Yeah, March 15th, a day that Julius Caesar probably did not approve of. There we go. Cool. All right. I don't know that there's really anything special about this board. It's a 486. It's got cache. Got a Symphony chipset. Yeah, there we go. sure we'll take a look at this at another time when it's more appropriate. Mega says, because 486 boards are neat. Yes, they are neat. All right, so let's see here. We've got yes, this box that I alluded to, because sometimes I can't keep a secret. All right, well, let me go upstairs and grab the box. It is underneath another box. Let me go grab the last box, and we'll take a look at one last box for Wheel of Regrets, and then we really will get to the 2SI. All right. And now for our final Wheel of Regrets entry. We have this package from an eBay seller in New York State. Seriously, I don't know why I find so many eBay sellers in New York State and California. All right, so we are going to open this box because I accidentally confessed to its existence. You can place your bets as to what it might be in the chat that I can't see because I got a box flap in the way. Oh, we have a double boxed mystery item. Oh, with packing peanuts. Ew. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to set this off the bench because I don't want to get packing peanuts everywhere. Actually, I think this item might have actually originated from Canada, which might be why it was in New York. Because I did look up where in New York the seller was. All right. Ah, more packing material. All right. You can place your guesses in the chat. I will say, though, that okay. My phone says lol. Yeah, I'm surprised Gupbob didn't guess his standard if that's a VIC-20. Of course, I guess he knew it was a clone. All right, we have Gupbob says lol. Computer, kind of. Yes, we have an OS 21. I believe, if I remember what I found on the internet, which is always correct, never wrong, I believe this is one of the Apple II clones that would have been sold in Canada. So, hi to all my eBay viewers, or eBay viewers. Hi to all my YouTube viewers in Canada. I guess eBay viewers does kind of work. All right, we have a Seasonic power supply. I believe that is the same Seasonic that makes power supplies today. And we have what appears to be I want to say this might actually be an Apple II. No, it looks like an, oh, I think there might be a screw loose or something. A, part reduced Apple II Plus clone. Jeremy says, I guess OS 1 to OS 20 didn't make the cut. Yeah. All right. And because because these Apple II computers often just work. All right. All right. We're going to plug it in and we'll give it a quick test. All right. 3, 2, 1. All right. There was no beep. And Ah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. That's kind of disappointing. There was nothing. All right, let me double check that we're. Oh, well, there's why there was no beep. The speaker's unplugged. All right, keyboard looks like it's plugged in. All right, I guess we'll give it one more shot. But this time, I'm going to have the multimeter handy to check voltages. All right, and we will start with the. I guess we'll just go with the. Oh, there we go. There's actually some test points here. I don't think they were intended to be test points. I think they were intended to be for a different power connector, but they should be connected in parallel with the power connector. So I'll use them as test points. So 3, 2, 1. All right, we do have 5 volts. So 5-volt rail is 5 volts. Let's see here. 12 volts is, oh, there's no 12 volts. There is, okay, negative 5 volts is, and negative 12 volts. So we actually have, oh, 12.66 volts and 5 volts. We have voltage, but no. Well, oh, hi, Will Jr. 880. Yes, I was trying the new facial hair for 2025. So it would appear as if this clone is not functioning. Huh. Well, that's quite annoying. Yeah, nothing. There is nothing on the video out. That is not because the RCA jack is loose. It looks like it's a different one than Apple used. I don't think it's because of that. Huh. Well, I guess when we get to, yep, there is voltage from the power supply gut bomb. Proper voltages. No, no signs of life. Well, I guess we're going to have some troubleshooting for April apples. Hmm. I mean, hopefully it's just something that worked loose in shipping. I mean, I don't. All right. At the risk of completely derailing tonight's live stream. All right, let's take the cover off and we'll check to make sure that it's not like something silly. just when I thought that maybe, just maybe, this one would work because, well, as the eBay seller described it, um, well, I sure thought. Will Junior 880 is asking, so was the Apple II equally as popular or more popular than the C64 around the time they were new? I think it depends on. I don't know. That's one of those contentious answers that I'm not willing to. I know the C64 was like sold so many models, but the answer is also it kind of depends on what you were doing with it. Because if you wanted to use something like a spreadsheet, then you were probably using an Apple II. Because I think that's what platform VisiCalc was available for. That's the program I'm thinking of. But I think it also depends on what part of the world you were in as well. So I would not doubt that in Australia the C64 would be more popular. I know at least in the US, in the education market, the Apple II was probably had a fairly large share of the market, in no small feat to Apple's marketing to schools, and possibly some favorable tax treatment from the US government. But I would also think that at some point IBM machines would have probably far and away outpaced both platforms for serious business use. But the IBM PC didn't come out until what, 83 or 84? All right. So until then, I would. Thomas Armstrong's asking, is this an Apple II clone? Yes, it is. And I was kind of expecting, probably being very naive and expecting that it would just power right up. Well, by golly, the speaker does not want to go. Okay, I am having trouble plugging the speaker in. That is like really weird. It literally will not plug in. That is probably. Jesse says the stream is turning into an old-fashioned rabbit hole. Yes, it is. All right. Well, I don't know why I can't plug the speaker in. It just will not plug in. I mean, I guess I could spray some contact cleaner. Liberally shower the entire motherboard with contact cleaner. Yeah, seriously. The speaker will not plug in. All right, maybe it's making some contact. All right. I don't see any loose chips. I'm looking to see if I see my thermal camera. Yep, I'm thinking that this stream is turning into a rabbit hole, and I'm going to have to make a new thumbnail and all that cool stuff. Okay, Thomas says the PC 5150 came out in 81, the XT in 83. Thank you. All right. Yeah, so I guess from like 79 to 81, probably the Apple II would have been what business would have gone with because the VisiCalc was available. Okay, we had a beep. I see things on the thermal camera. The CPU is getting warm. There's a logic chip that's like getting really warm. Oh, no, it's not like really warm. It's only 25 degrees Celsius. The RAMs are getting warm. I'm smelling. I wasn't smelling anything burning. I was just smelling stuff heating up. All right, maybe this is a case of loose. Okay, that memory chip was loose. Oh boy, that memory chip was loose. Okay, that maybe this was just a chips work themselves loose. Oh wow, that one was loose. Maybe this was just a case of maybe there was just enough memory loose. Because I think if the ROMs were working, we'd get a beep. All right. Oh, we didn't get a beep that time. That's concerning. We got a beep. Hmm. Wait a minute. What's the chances this is a PAL? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Oh, hi, Mike's Future Retro. Welcome. Thomas is. What's it not doing? It's not outputting a video signal. So I'm actually. It's beeping. It's not outputting a video signal. Nope, it's not a Franklin. It's a OS 21. So a generic clone. Wait a minute. Oh, that's my oscilloscope. Never mind. Hold on. I'm gonna see if there's a. I'm gonna see if there's happens to be a signal on the video output. Because I don't know. I've never tried feeding a PAL signal into my scaler, so I don't know what it would do in the event that I actually tried to give it a PAL signal. So, oh, that was the wrong button on my oscilloscope. I did not mean to hit the help button. I meant to hit the auto set. No, there we go. Well, that does appear to be a video signal. I don't know what the frequency is. I'm trying to. Oh, hold on. You can't see what I'm looking at because, first of all, I'm on table cam, and second of all, yeah, Gutbomb says, I doubt this is PAL. Canada doesn't use PAL. Well, Gutbomb, the keywords I think I tried to indicate was, I think this was sold in Canada. Any Bit Fever Dream says, Canada NTSC all the way around here in this grill. I don't know. I mean, I see what looks like a video signal on the composite video jack. But my scaler is seemingly having none of it. Oh, wait. I don't know that that's a video signal, though. I don't know what that. Thumb says that is a video signal. I don't have the keyboard plugged in, Thomas. But that shouldn't stop it from outputting a video signal. It seems like there could be a chip missing. Thomas says the bars will change with more characters on the screen. I realize that, but I don't know that you all understand the gravity of the situation and that I don't really have enough room to plug the keyboard in and use the oscilloscope. It just has to. I will try though. All right. Gutbomb's asking, is it set to 500 or 0.5 volts per division? No, I think it's set to 0.6 volts per division. Oh, no, I have 0.5. Yeah, you're right. I don't know what the channel 1 600 millivolts is trying to get at. Yeah, no. I am trying to type things on the keyboard and I don't see. I don't see more bars appearing on the screen. Or we're too far zoomed in to see. Hey Joe, welcome. Joe says, "Is this where the cool kids are? And why does Justin look like a train conductor tonight?" Sylvestron says, "Hey Justin and all." Hi Sylvestron. Thomas says, "I think it's cold at Justin's." Yeah, it's like 56 degrees in the basement. I didn't bother turning the heaters on, but it is still just a little bit cool in the basement. I am feeling much better this week, Sylvestron. Thank you for asking. Capcom says, "I think he looks like a Cape Cod fisherman." What signal are we testing? That is the video output on an Apple II clone that I got tricked into revealing that I had during Wheel of Regret. So we are still in Wheel of Regrets. And this Apple II clone, it beeped. There is no video on the composite output, although that is my oscilloscope probe on the composite output. And typing on the keyboard doesn't make the bars change, seemingly. This is, Joe says that video signal is not nice. Oh, Joe says, oh, NTSC. Yes, this should be, Joe, Thomas Armstrong says, yes, it's missing stuff. Vestron says, even NTSC, it's borked. Joe says, it looks like it's missing VSync. Has H blank at least. All right, well, all right, since we've completely derailed this live stream train. All right, I'm going to unplug the keyboard. I mean, it is at least a complete clone keyboard. Okay. Let's see if I can figure out from an Apple II. Thomas Armstrong says, just a TTL problem. I wish I had a retro chip tester. Thomas Armstrong says, IC's in the front two rows. Joe says, starts looking at schematics. Why did they put the video signals on the front of the board when the video's on the back of the board? Riddle me that. All right, let me look to see if there's anything that I see on this board that looks suspicious. Like That was one of the problems with computer. Fake Hitachi chips. Vintage fakes, mind you. Okay. The Hitachi chips on this board, the ink is not rubbing off with my fingers, so that's probably not the case. All right, had to check. Capcom says, Justin, you do have a retro chip tester. It's called Computer. Sylvestron asks, if Justin tests retro chips, does that make him a retro chip tester? All right, I guess we will. Okay, that's really weird. That's really weird right there. So that is a one, two, three, four. That is a 16 pin socket and a 14 pin chip. That seems suspicious. However, I don't know. I mean, that could be correct. I mean, they could have put the wrong number of pins there. Joe says VSync is generated by C13. 25 says would be worse the other way around. C13. What chip is C13? Because this is a chip that they've reduced the number of chips on this board. The row C is missing chips for me to count. Because row C normally would have RAM. Yeah, okay. Joe says C13 is a 74 LS51. All right. There we go. It's probably that one right there. 74 LS51. All right. Hold please while I find the chip lister that I thought I had, and then get sidetracked by the. Well, weird. Okay, Joe says the chip in the socket that's too long looks like the correct chip. It is a 74 LS74. It probably is the correct chip. 74 LS51N. All right. Usually, what I do when I think there's a small number of chips that are to blame, I usually just pull them out and test them in my TL48. I guess maybe in some ways is faster than a retro chip tester because I can just directly type into my keyboard what chip I want to test, but it doesn't support some chips. Joe says the VSync thing is also a complete guess. Just because I didn't see it on the scope trace doesn't mean it wasn't there. Well, I won't hold it against you, Joe, but it is a good guess, so I'm going to humor it because I mean the signal did look weird, so I just have the problem that I don't know what I did with my chip lifter. So, all right. So I guess I'm going to have to use this one here. I don't really like this chip lifter because it's way too easy to pull too hard. And I actually need the chip lifter because it feels like it's pushed into the socket really well. All right. Hold. Please continue to hold. Our representative is currently trying to figure out what he did with the chip lifter because it's probably. Oh, well, there's the side cutters I was looking for earlier. They're on the floor. I bet the chip lifter's fallen on the floor as well. All right. Oh, nope, there it is. I get up out of my chair and then I find it. It was still on the bench. Yep, I was asking Justin, where exactly were you probing the composite connector? Yes, I was probing the composite connector. All right, so I have removed the 74LS51. It is a Motorola chip that was manufactured, looks like 1980. No, 1982, week 45. And it tests normal. We will put some contact cleaner in the socket. All right, and no video signal. So it is beeping, but we're not getting a video signal. Which is probably a good sign. Capcom's asking Joe, according to the schematics, where on the board do the sync signals get introduced to the video signal? All right, well, while you all wonder that, I'm going to check these TTL ICs near the video signal. So this is a 74LS 74. And that probably had absolutely nothing to do with the video signal because Joe says that the signal gets mixed in at the chip we just tested. So what chip generates the sync signals? Joe says, get this, C13. Interesting. All right. All right. Well, I am looking for the book that I think I have downloaded. Just have to find it. It's the. Oh, well, it's not that one. Nope. Where I was looking into mock U testing. Let's see here. I think I've gone too far. It's the book. Ah, there it is. Apple II Plus IIe Troubleshooting and Repair Guide by Sam's Publishing. It's got a nice flow chart. It has lots of nice flow charts. So, hi, Quicksilver AUS. Welcome. Just says, understanding the Apple II. Thomas is asking, any Hitachi chips on that clone? Yes, there are a few. The ink is not rubbing off like they were on computer. However, we have a Hitachi chip here. We have one, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 Hitachi chips. All right, so according to the Sam's Publishing book, the troubleshooting procedure is turn power off. Is power cord plugged in? Yes. Remove computer top cover. Touch top of power supply. Is power supply connector from supply to motherboard plugged in? Yes. Disconnect power plug. Replace power supply. Well, I wish it were that easy, Sam's Publishing. Oh, never mind. That was the symptom. System won't boot. No boot. No power light. No beep. Drive won't run. Oh, I started too early. Okay, here we go. Symptom, no message, no. That's not it. I need to go to the beeps. Here we go. Symptom, no message, beep. Gutbomb is asking, was this untested on eBay? All right. I love Gutbomb's 2-part question. I will go for the second part first. Was this on eBay? Yes, which is why we're still in Wheel of Regrets. So I apologize if you were here for the 2SI. It would appear as if Wheel of Regrets is going to take the whole night. So we'll look at the 2SI Thursday. And I'll just bump things forward. All right. Was it untested? The answer is no. The eBay seller does show a picture of it powered up. I can see the banner. I can see they've typed characters. So it was tested. However, due to age, sold as is. Also, also, it looks like on May 10th, 2010, the eBay seller added a note to the listing. Hold please while I look at the history of this listing to see if that note was added to this listing or is maybe a copy and paste from something else, because did I really buy a item that had been listed for 15 years? Wait a minute. I don't see a revision history on this item. Joe says the early Apple II machines don't play nice with modern LCD monitors. Hi, Mike's Future Retro. Welcome. It's going into my scaler, which is generally okay with Apple II video signals. Because it is so. CRTs take up so much room on the bench. I don't have room to keep one on the bench. Granted, it would help if I'd like clean my bench off occasionally, but then I can't find things when I do that. Can I probe pins 9 and 10 of C13, please? Okay. That I think I can do, Joe. All right. All right. Well, as soon as I find a clip lead to extend the ground, I can. All right. All right. So I'm using the composite video shield as the ground clip because it's a very nice probing point. All right. Pins 9 and 10 of C13. All right. So I think that's pin 9 right there. So that is 2.32 or 2 volts per division. And then there's pin 10 right there. So pin 9, pin 10. All right, pin 1. There's pin 1 right there. There's pin 12. Oh, there's pin 12. And there's pin 13. Pin 1, I believe, because I can't see it. Again, pin 1. Just says pin 1 is suspect. Can you zoom out on your scope, please? How far? There's 1 millisecond per division. That's 1 second. I don't Ah, I can zoom back in. Just says now find chip B14, please. It should be a 74 LS02. Yeah, got it. It's a Hitachi chip. Well, actually, there's two. Yeah, I think I know which one's B14. So it says, um, can we please get some easier pins to probe next time? Because I cannot see pins 2 and 3. I mean, I literally cannot see them. All right, I think that is pin 2. Well, I'm not sure that's pin 2. All right, okay, that's pin 1. I'm going to have to stand up because I cannot, I literally cannot. All right, there we go. There's pin 2. And there's pin 3. Pin 2. Pin 3. Pin 1. Gotta stand up for a moment. Just says if pins 2 and 3 have squiggles, but pin 1 does not, that chip is bad. Actually, it looks like all 3 had squiggles. There's pin 1. That looks like an output. Now, is it correct? I don't know. Texas squiggles, a very technical term. Hi, Jack. Welcome. No, this is not the 2SI, Jack. Wheel of Regrets says hijacked the live stream. Just says if all 3 have squiggles, then you have squiggles, then you have a bad trace between pin 1 of B14 and pin 1 of C13. Sylvester says 7402 is a quad NOR, so 2 NOR 3 equals 1. We have a bad trace. How in the world do we have a bad trace on a tested motherboard? I was for sure going to say, I was almost expecting that we'd found a bad logic chip. side of the board. Wow, that is a very low quality board. Alright, so B14. I think pin 1 of B14. The trace is on the top side. And the trace is on the top side. This says could be a bad socket too. Alright, so I see the trace from B14. It goes to a via. Alright, we're just going to use a multimeter probe. No broken trace. You know I had to inspect the board, Joe. The moment I didn't inspect that board would be the moment that hours later we discover that there was something wrong with the bottom of the board. So it says, okay, so we're getting pretty far back in the video timing now. Capcom says totally legit. Oh, they're talking about printers. Okay. Okay, let me see if I have a composite cable that's not like wound around the desk that I can't use it. So it says C13 pin 1 is getting no signal, but pin 1 of B14 is making squiggles. That means signal is not making it from one chip to another, or you probed the wrong pins. Well, the notch is here and here, so pin 1 is here and here, correct? Oh, wait a minute. Well, there's okay, Joe, you might be onto something. You said that second part of your clause that either there's a broken trace, which I just demonstrated there wasn't, or I probed the wrong things. Reference two previous statements I made. One was there's the locations on this board don't match apples, even though I think all the chips are the same. Yeah. The other thing is there's two 74 LSO2s beside each other, and because this is C13, I thought this one was C14 or B14, but maybe this one's actually B14. So let's actually, I got another idea since the computer's off. How about let me just pull these 74 LSO2s and test them in the logic tester, because maybe the chip is outputting signals, but maybe the signals are garbage. Maybe a logic tester will. Maybe a logic tester will show the chip is lying. All right, so 7402. All right, it is. That one is testing fine. All right. Contact clean. Put it back in. But this is also a 74 LSO2. It is entirely possible that this clone manufacturer reversed the functions of the two chips. All right, well, that one tests fine. We'll put some contact cleaner in it, and then we'll actually measure the circuit. This says it's possible they swapped some of the chips around in the design, but doubts they went through the trouble. All right. Well, I won't spend too long on that rabbit hole then. All right, that's pin 1 of this other 74 LSO2. That's pin 2. And that's pin. Oh, okay, that's pin 1. I didn't have a good contact on it. Zach's asking, is this your third not totally functional Apple II clone? Well, second. Just says P13 is used as part of the flashing text circuit. It's also used as part of the color burst generator. All right. Okay. I'm going to go grab a TV. Joe says, check pin 1 on B14, please. Okay. That's pin 1 on B14. Joe says, now check pin 1 on C13, please. That's pin 1 on C13. It's the same signal. Joe says, yeah, they have the same signal now. Check pin 13 on B14, please. All right. All right. That's pin 13 on B14. Just says that looks good. Sylvestron's asking, is the composite signal still borked? My scaler's not picking it up. Check pin 4 on C14. Hold on. I can't see. C14 is a 74 LS 332. Check pin 8 again on C13. All right, I think that's pin 8 on C13. Okay, Joe can see the VSync flying by. Tempted to go grab a just this, so try good old CRT TV kind of thing. All right. Shame on this clone if it doesn't like my scaler because every other Apple II I have is fine with it. It's going to make me actually go find a CRT. Hold please. I've got to actually find it because I had to move it. Okay, so here's the problems. Problem number one, I'm going to have to find a composite cable. Problem number two, I'm going to have to find the remote control. All right. Oh, hi, Eric. Welcome. Because every time this TV's unplugged, it forgets what input or channel it was on. And the only way to get it to the composite input is to use the remote control. It's an absolutely brilliant design. Oh, wait. Update. I actually, the other day, I found the remote control. So, therefore, theoretically, I can turn the TV on. I can turn the volume down. Excellent. All right. I can change the input. Um, hold, please. Oh, TV, TV. All right. I have the TV plugged in. Not that you can see it. It's in my chair. There is no picture on the TV. And I did use the same cable. Scope the composite again. All right. Oh, hold please. It would probably help if I turned it on, right? Oh, look at that. We have an image. Oh boy, that's a that image is a hot mess. I think I see why my scaler didn't like it. That is the hot messiest of hot messes of Apple II signals. That is like so jittery. That's probably why my scaler didn't lock onto it. Sylvester says, "Yikes! Yeah, terrible timing." Joe says, "Yep, you have a funky timing issue." Yapum says, "Looks a bit wobbly." Yeah, I'm holding a TV. Of course, it's wobbly. Jack says, "Flex 64K." Yeah, that's the banner the auction showed. All right, we have a timing issue. That is like really awful. All right, now I'm curious. Sylvester says, "But hey, it works." It says specifically start with page 15 of that section. Thomas says trim cap. I did not really prepare to troubleshoot an Apple II clone tonight. And now you all have made me pull out a TV and I have nowhere to put it. Hi, Sloopy. Welcome. Sloopy says, I thought FlexOS was for the 6800 series CPUs. Well, you thought wrong. Thomas says, on to the SI. Yeah, I guess we could start to look at the SI, but the problem is we have less than an hour. Quicksilver says, replace all the logic chips with modern equivalent. Could be cap issue also. Joe says, I meant page 143. And hi, Eric, if I didn't say hi because um, the chat likes to run away from me. Let's see here. Thomas says you get the hour back in the fall. Yeah. Jack says, I don't have less than an hour. Oh, that's interesting. The timing of this has stabilized. It's not near as wobbly now. I wonder if I say unplug the TV and plug in the scaler. Oh, no, the answer is no. All right. Because of how sidetracked we are, let's just continue with the Apple II clone for the rest of the stream. All right. Let me pull up this reference that Joe's telling me to try, and we'll continue with the clone. Well, some of us are in the Eastern time zone and have to work tomorrow. I wish I could stay up later, but okay. All right, so I got to first remember what book Joe was referring to. All right. Because Joe and I were looking at two different books, and I don't remember what book Joe was looking at. I'm scrolling up, and he's probably put it in the chat again. All right. Understanding the Apple II. That's right. All right. Yes. Thanks, Joe. I knew you were probably reminding me as I was searching for it. I hope this isn't the one book that I. There's like one book that I. Oh, it's that one. Okay. All right. I don't have anything against this book. There was one Apple II troubleshooting shooting book I tried to use, and it was not my favorite. I don't know that I've used this one. Hold, please. We're downloading it. Jack says, I'm too tired to make dinner. Siri, make me some dinner. The solder on the composite connector, I don't know how the solder on the composite connector is. I mean, the fact that the TV tuned into it, but not the scaler, I don't think the solder joints would affect that. All right, page 143, I think Joe said. Wait, no. Where are the page numbers in this book? Okay, why am I feeling dumb now? All right. Joe says go all the way to the end, then scroll up a bit to the schematic section. It's near the end. I was kind of hoping to not have to try to read a schematic. Video generation schematic. Probably why I usually go to the Sam's reference book because it gives you flowcharts for troubleshooting. That I don't have to try to follow the schematic to figure out what in the schematic I'm trying to look for. Because remember, I'm more of a software than a hardware person. I mean, I can muddle my way around the hardware, but I'm not I'm not an electrical engineer. So just says the only way to learn how it works is to read the schematics. The ones in this book are really well laid out. I've reseated the chips, all the chips, Callan. So just says, how are you going to get better doing hardware if you don't try doing hardware? Around page 344 in the PDF. Okay, I will try to read the schematic, but I'm not. Hi, Sea Turtle. Welcome. This is like a Japanese game show. I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Well, this Apple II clone kind of usurped the live stream. So I guess Thursday is probably going to be a workbench cleaning stream. And I'm actually not even sure if I will have any real Macintosh streams because it's almost the point where I really need to work on some things for VCFEs because I have a few computers I want to take and I don't know if they work. So this might be the Macintosh where I tried to have Macintosh content and I just don't have the luxury of working on it this month. So yeah, don't be surprised if we don't actually. Well, we'll probably look at the style writers. Probably need one of them for VCFEs. Um, I'll probably still try to squeeze a Macintosh stream in, but I'm getting to the point where, yeah, my my workbench is getting too messy to work on, and I'm realizing that I've got some computers that I need for VCF East that I'm not sure they work. So Mike says I have to spend some time at your table. Definitely have a lot in common. I'll bring pictures of my mess and horde plus pizza, Hawaiian pizza. All right. Yeah. I guess in good news, I have buttons. Yesterday I received the buttons I ordered from Think Twice Buttons, so I have 550 buttons. Some of which I will, some of which are for giving away. Some of which I will probably be selling at a name your own price scheme because they're some of my special designs. Uh, yes, name your own price does include if you ask me nicely, but that's our little secret. Uh, I also do have stickers. I ordered more stickers, so I should have plenty of stickers. I hopefully will have enough buttons because I stickers are cheaper than buttons. So I may run out of buttons. I can't guarantee I have enough of those because the buttons are 35 cents a piece. So I ordered what I could of those. Hopefully we'll have buttons. I should have more than enough stickers. And I ordered the table runner. Oh, actually, I guess I can, since we completely derailed the stream. Let's see here. Let me download it. Oh, there we go. All right. I guess, well, I'll at least show off the table runner I designed. Fun fact, I had to actually, the place I ordered it from said they supported Adobe Illustrator files. I think the other day I tried to show you all, but it was an Illustrator format, and I couldn't open it on this computer. Well, turns out that when they sent me the proof for sending them an Illustrator file, they told me, yeah, it'll look from 6 to 7 feet away. It's blurry. And I like, how in the world could an Illustrator file give you a blurry proof because it's a vector file? Sure enough, I opened the proof. It looked like a hot mess. Anyways, thanks to that, I actually saved it as a PDF. So now I can actually show you all my table runner because I can open a PDF down here. Anyways, so this company charges you, it was like $50 for one table runner or $60 for one table runner, something like that. But like they only charge like $40 for quantity 2 or more of the same runner. So I designed a table runner that, so I could have the 2 table runners I wanted, because obviously I want to show on one table the name of the exhibit and the other table my YouTube logo. You will probably notice I designed a table runner, so I flip it around and I get the 2 runners I wanted, but it's quantity of 2. All right, good night, Joe. I know I can do it. Hey, at least I can do table runners in Illustrator. Anyways, when they regenerated the proof with the PDF file, it was sharp as a tack. So, anyways, there you go. I've got the table runner. Joe says, everyone hit like on this video or I'll be grumpy with you. Yes. So anyways, I've got the table runner. That, it's on order. I approved the proofs this morning. So, anyways, I've got a table runner. I got stickers. I got buttons. I got to remember to order table sign holders. And I need to make sure I got a few computers that are fixed. So, Sylvester says an NEC PC 8201 on its way to me, and a ThinkPad 730T actually. Oh, cool. Anyways, all right. So I guess with that, I'm going to draw the stream to an end. Thanks for hanging out, even though we didn't do anything Macintosh related, and I'm going to have to fix the thumbnail. But yeah, let's see here. Don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you know when I go live next. Thursday is going to be a workbench cleaning stream. I guess I've gotten to the point where I I just got to deal with the workbench, and I'm going to stream it because that's probably the way it's going to get done. And with that, hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out, being cool in the chat, help with trying to troubleshoot this Apple II clone that is possibly working more than I thought it was. And let's see with that. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Take care and God bless. Computerized Start is brought to you by my awesome patrons on Patreon and by your tips and memberships on Ko-fi. These and other channel supporters make my live streams possible. You too can become a channel supporter with tiers starting at just $1. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you've liked what you've seen, subscribe and turn on notifications so that you don't miss the next video or live stream. And as always, thank you for all your support. I hope to see you next time. And until then, take care.